Hello and welcome to Unapologetic Gentleman at Mario Vega 931. So today's topic is going to be sugar. You know, everyone's love affair with something sweet on the side, sugar. And I will also give you some tips at the end of the video that you can start getting away from your lover. Okay, so let's get started. So this is going to be common sweeteners linked to increased anxiety in mice. All right. So Florida State University College of Medicine and Research has linked aspartame, an artificial sweetener found in nearly 5,000 diet foods. Are you drinking some of these 5,000 drinks? Right? Diet foods and drinks to nearly 5,000 diet foods and drinks to anxiety-like behavior in mice. Okay? Along with producing anxiety in the mice who consume aspartame, the effects extend up to 2 generations from the males exposed to the sweetener. So, you think your kids aren't going to be pre-exposed to gimme some of these 5,000 products? You're not doing yourself any favors. I stay away from things like that. Okay, I hardly intake sugar. I do take sugar every once in a while, but I stay away from it. What this study is showing that we need to look back at the environment factors. That is so very true. Okay, because what we see today is not only what happens today, but what happened 2 generations ago and maybe even longer. What am I talking about? Okay, let's say you're, in the Hispanic community, all right? And you're eating tortillas, arroz, and frijoles y todo eso. Entonces, ¿qué piensas que va a pasar? You're going to be eating that same food. And then when they try to get you away from that food, like your doctor says, hey, Mr. So-and-so, you need to cut down on the tortillas. Guess what you're going to do? Oh, it's so hard. See? I had to go through it, okay? I had to change my ways too, all right? So, the study came about in part because of the previous research from the Behind Lab on the transgenerational effects of nicotine on mice, right? So if you're smoking, guess what? Maybe your kids are going to also be smoking if you don't change your ways, all right? The research shows temporarily or epigenetic changes in the mice sperm cells. Think about that, fellas. Unlike genetic changes, mutations, epigenetic changes are reversible and don't change the DNA sequence. However, they can change how the body reads the DNA sequence. We were working on the effects of the nicotine on the same type of model. Behind said, B-H-I-D-E, Behind. Okay? The father smokes, what happens to the children? Like I was just saying. Okay? The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approved aspartame as a sweetener in 1981. Are they doing you any favors? But I'll just shut up, right? Today, nearly 5,000 metric tons are produced each year. When consumed, aspartame becomes aspartic acid, phenylalanine, and melanin or methylone. Sorry, I will leave this at the bottom, okay, so you can read it. All of which can have potential effects on the central nervous system. That's the important part, okay? If you can't read it, it's bad, okay? Led by doctoral candidate Sarah Jones, the study involved providing mice with drinking water containing aspartame at approximately 15% of the FDA-approved Maximum daily human intake, just 15%. The dosage equivalent to 6 to 8 ounce cans of diet soda a day for humans, continued for 12 weeks in the study, spanning 4 years. All right? Pronounced anxiety-like behavior was observed in the mice through a variety of maze tests across multiple generations, descending from aspartame-exposed males. So if you're drinking all this pop and you're doing the, guess what? It's in your DNA, brother. So think about that, dads. It was such a robust anxiety-like trait that I don't think any of us were anticipating we could see, Jones said. It was completely unexpected. Usually you see subtle changes. Obviously, boom, like that. Slow down on sugar, okay? Sugar, aspartame, whatever, slow down. Many given, okay, here's something here. When given diazepam, which is what doctors give out to patients, a drug used to treat anxiety disorder in humans, mice in all generations ceased to show anxiety-like behavior. Think about that. Researchers are planning an additional publication from this study focused on how aspartame affected memory. When we get older, as we get older, oh, why was I going to the kitchen? Maybe that's a problem. Maybe not. Okay? Future research will identify the molecular mechanism that influences the transmission of aspartame's effect across generations. Okay? You'll be able to read all this once I give this to you. So anyways, I highly recommend that you read this, and I will give you those tips. All right? 11 ways to break up with your sugar cravings without feeling deprived. Okay? So, it is hard to get away from sugar. Sure, it's in your favorite desserts, but it was also hiding in the ketchup and hot dog buns at yesterday's barbecue, as well as in the dressing of the otherwise healthy salad. That is so true. Balsamic vinaigrette, just a little bit, boom. Okay? Just make your own. In fact, the average American downs about 57 pounds of added sugar every year. Oh, why am I gaining weight? Oh, I don't know, Susan. Do I look fat? Oh, no. That is concerning because the research shows that consuming too much consuming too much can up your risk of condition like heart disease. That's pretty high in America, heart disease. It's one of the things that people die the most. Diabetes, okay? All right? Running rampant, sugar, sugar, sugar. All that pizza, all those hot dog buns, all the McDonald's. So, obviously diabetes and obesity, but sugar provides the fuel your body and brain needs to function properly. So we consulted dietitians to better understand what we're eating and how we can cut back without feeling deprived. I don't agree with this because I don't eat sugar and I have all sorts of energy. Let me just tell you how much energy I got. I have been up since midnight and I'm still going, all right? This is my normal day, all right? Because I have so much energy. I don't need sugar, okay? Just telling you, this is what I'm doing. Past 2 days, I've been up since midnight. doing my thing, getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep, doing this, doing that, doing TikTok, you get the point. What sugar does in your body. First, the science lessons. Simply put, sugar is a carbohydrate, which means it contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen molecules. Didn't know you were going to listen to a little bit of science now, right? Anyways, when we eat carbs, they are digested and broken down into glucose, which serves as a preferred energy source for cells throughout the body. You see, but when you're fasting and then you get your body away from sugar, ketones is what your body prefers to run on. Okay, it is pure energy, ketones, not sugar. But hey, look at you, look at me. No shade whatsoever. I'm just telling you what's working for me. If glucose levels in your blood drops too low, say if you have hypoglycemia or you haven't eaten anything in a while, that can hinder your brain power, cause fatigue, and even make you shaky. All right? So there are two main types of sugar. Simple sugars, monosaccharides or disaccharides. Sorry. Are made up of only 1 or 2 sugar molecules that found in the food like candy, soda, fruit juice, honey, and table sugar. All right? Complex sugar now involves 3 or more linked sugar molecules that are found in foods like apples, broccoli, all right? Excuse me. Broccoli, lentils, spinach, and unrefined whole grain. The latter are digested and absorbed more slowly, so eating them does not cause sudden blood sugar spike. And that's what you want to stay away from, okay, is spiking your sugar. That's why fasting for 12, 14 hours is recommended for a healthy body. Okay, I'm not going to read all this for you, to you, won't bore you to death, but I will give you the steps here, 11 steps. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, so, pardon me, give me a second. How to stop sugar cravings. Your brain can readapt when you cut back on sugar and you won't crave it as much, says Avina. However, it can take a while, even months, for this to happen, depending on the severity of the dependency of your sugar love affair. Okay, listen to your body. Just because you have a craving for something sweet, that doesn't mean you have to eat sugar. That's so true. I eat raisins or plums or some honey. What I do is blend some blueberries with some ginger and kale, all sorts of greens. And what I do is once I have it all prepared, put some honey on top of that and some cayenne pepper. Bam, so good. That cures my sweet tooth. Okay, another thing, keep a food log. It seems ridiculous, but it will really help you see the bigger picture of your diet. And this is what they recommend for drug addicts, for people with alcohol, is to keep a journal on what made you want sugar, how did you feel about wanting sugar, who was around, what happened, what was your stressor that said, I need sugar. You see, that's why you write a journal, okay? Start small, it says, okay? Because that is so very true. Because like, it's the end of the year, guess what a lot of people are going to do? Oh, I'm going to go to the gym this year, blah, blah, New Year's resolution. And some people don't. That's why you start small. So let me read on, okay? So my motto with all my clients is small changes led to big differences. So very true. That's how I started. I got over drug addiction. I got over sex addiction, drugs, all sorts of stuff, even alcohol. I don't do any of those things. So let me restart this, I'm sorry. My motto with all my clients is small changes led to big differences, says Shaw. Try to tackle one area that's a significant contributor to your daily make of added sugar. Okay, this is where I'm going to stop it. Just wanted to read a couple. I don't want to go too long, but everything will be down in the description. Again, this is Mario with Unapologetic Gentleman at Mario Vega 931. I also have another channel, Let's Talk About It with Mario Vega on YouTube, that has to deal with childhood trauma and drug addiction and things like that. Thank you very much for staying to the end of the video, and I challenge each and every one of you guys to really try to improve your life. You will really change your life and your waistline. So leave a comment, let me know if it worked for you, because I know it worked for me. And if you want more healthy news, stay tuned. Thank you very much.